If you think the scariest places in America are Hollywood movies, think again. Every state has a real nightmare hidden in plain sight. And today, we're unlocking the map no tourist wants to see. America might look like a postcard. Sparkling cities, giant forests, deserts glowing orange at sunset, peaceful coastlines, small towns where people leave their doors unlocked. But beneath all that beauty is a second America, a forgotten one. An America made of abandoned hospitals, drowned towns, cursed roads, and places so disturbing that locals refuse to talk about them. It's not the kind of map you can buy in a gift shop, but it's real. And tonight, we're traveling through 10 of the most terrifying locations ever whispered about in the United States. These aren't just stories. These are the places where history refuses to stay buried. 1. The Queen Mary, California's floating graveyard. Docked permanently in Long Beach, the Queen Mary might look peaceful from the outside, but step aboard, and the atmosphere changes instantly. Once a luxury ocean liner used to transport soldiers during World War II, the Queen Mary is said to hold over 150 spirits, more than any other ship in America. Passengers and staff report hearing footsteps pacing empty hallways, doors slamming in sealed cabins, children laughing in the drained swimming pool, and a man in work overalls who appears in the boiler room only to vanish when approached. But the most terrifying room is B340, so violently haunted that the crew kept it locked for decades. People who stay there report blankets getting ripped off, faucets turning on by themselves, and voices whispering right beside the bed. One guest said he felt someone sit on his chest, smiling inches from his face, even though he couldn't see a thing. The ship may never sail again, but something aboard it still walks the decks, waiting. 2. The Waverly Hills Sanatorium, Kentucky's Tunnel of Shadows. If ghosts could choose a place to gather, Waverly Hills would be their capital. Built in the 1900s to treat tuberculosis patients, this massive Gothic-style hospital saw thousands of deaths, so many that the staff had to invent new ways to carry out bodies without upsetting the patients still alive. That solution became infamous. The Body Chute, a 500-foot underground tunnel sliding down into the woods. Workers used pulleys to lower the dead away from sight, but some say the dead never left. People visiting the sanatorium today report cold hands touching their shoulders, wheelchairs rolling across empty hallways, a tall shadow man lurking near the nurse's station, and a small boy bouncing a ball in the corner of a dark room. The tunnel itself is the worst. Many visitors claim they hear footsteps behind them, and when they turn around, nothing is there. Others say something whispers their name in the dark. Waverly Hills isn't just haunted. It feels alive. 3. The Myrtles Plantation, Louisiana's House of Curses. The Myrtles Plantation is often called the most haunted house in America, and not without reason. Built in 1796, the house sits on stolen land, has witnessed tragedy after tragedy, and holds a terrifying tapestry of ghost stories. The most famous is Chloe, a young enslaved woman, punished brutally and unfairly after being caught eavesdropping. Some say she poisoned the family in revenge. Others say she was framed. But nearly everyone agrees. Chloe never left. Visitors report seeing a woman in a green turban, standing quietly near staircases and doorways. She never speaks. She just watches. Mirrors fog up with handprints even after being cleaned. Furniture moves at night. Children's laughter echoes through the halls, even when no children are on the property. And in one room, cold spots appear out of nowhere, so icy it feels like walking into a freezer. The Myrtles Plantation isn't just haunted, it feels cursed. 4. Lake Lanier, Georgia's drowned town of ghosts. At first glance, Lake Lanier looks peaceful. Calm water, green trees, boats drifting gently across the surface. But underneath that surface is an entire abandoned town. Houses, churches, even cemeteries remain at the bottom, slowly decaying in the darkness. Locals say the lake never wanted to exist, and it shows. More than 700 people had died in the lake since it was created, and many believe the lake is cursed. Some say they felt hands grabbing their ankles underwater. Others report seeing figures floating just beneath the surface, still and pale, as if watching from below. One of the most famous spirits is the Lady in Blue, a woman in a blue dress seen drifting beneath the water or standing on the shore before vanishing into mist. Boaters tell the same story again and again. They see a woman waving for help. They get closer, and she fades away like fog. Even seasoned rescue divers refuse to go into certain parts of the lake. Something down there is still waiting to be found. 5. The Stanley Hotel, Colorado's living nightmare. The Stanley Hotel is beautiful. White walls, red roof, wide mountain views. But behind every locked door, something strange lurks. This is the hotel that inspired Stephen King's The Shining. And even he admitted that he felt a presence following him during his stay. Guests often report whispering voices in empty hallways, invisible children laughing on the 4th floor, doors unlocking by themselves, and the ghost of a former housekeeper still cleaning rooms. She died in room 217, where Stephen King stayed, is the most requested and most feared. Guests say someone sits at the edge of the bed at night, pressing the mattress down, as if silently watching. Security guards avoid the basement. They say they've seen a tall figure drift from one wall to the other, disappearing like smoke. At the Stanley, every floor has a ghost story, and every story feels like it's still happening. 6. Eastern State Penitentiary, Pennsylvania's whispering walls. Imagine a prison designed to break your mind. That was Eastern State Penitentiary's purpose. Prisoners were kept in total silence. No talking. No window to the outside world. Solitary confinement for years. When a place is built on suffering, it collects echoes. Visitors say the penitentiary is filled with shadow figures, voices whispering from cold cells, doors slamming even though they're rusted open, and footsteps that follow you but never catch up. Cell Block 12 is the most active. People have recorded full sentences whispered directly into their microphones. Others have seen shapes dart across the upper balcony. Paranormal investigators say it's one of the few places where the atmosphere feels charged, as if the building itself remembers, and it refuses to forget. 7. The St. Augustine Lighthouse, Florida's Tower of Tragedy. Florida's known for beaches and sunshine, but the St. Augustine Lighthouse holds a darker reputation. Built in the 1800s, the lighthouse has witnessed shipwrecks, drownings, storms, and the tragic death of 3 children who lived on the property. Visitors and staff claim to encounter a tall man in a keeper's uniform at the top of the stairs, a little girl giggling near the base of the lighthouse, and footsteps circling the spiral staircase. Even late at night, some have heard heavy breathing behind them, as if someone is climbing the stairs right over their shoulder. Others say they've seen a figure peering through the lighthouse window, 2 glowing eyes watching the shore. But when they unlock the tower, it's empty. 8. The Whaley House, California's portal between worlds. San Diego's Whaley House is often called America's most haunted house. And that's not an exaggeration. Built on gallows, literally where people were hanged. The house carries the weight of every soul who died there. Visitors report seeing the ghost of James Yankee Jim, a drifter executed on the property, a woman in Victorian clothing walking through walls, a little girl playing with toys in the parlor, cold spots that move through the hallway like someone walking. One visitor said she felt a hand grab her wrist so tightly she screamed. But when lights came on, no one was near her. Even trained employees refused to stay after dark. The house breathes at night, and it remembers what happened on its soil. 9. The Oregon Vortex, Oregon's reality bender. Some haunted places are scary because of ghosts, but the Oregon Vortex is scary because physics itself seems to fall apart. Visitors report brooms standing upright on their own, people appearing to grow or shrink depending on where they stand, compasses spinning wildly, and birds refusing to fly over the area. Native stories claimed the land was cursed, a place where the world's rules break. Modern visitors say they feel dizzy, watched, and unwelcome. Sometimes objects fall upward instead of down. Shadows appear where no person stands. Some paranormal investigators believe the vortex is a tear between worlds, and something on the other side watches back. 10. The Winchester Mystery House, California's endless maze. This house is unlike any other in the world. After losing her husband and child, Sarah Winchester was told she was cursed by spirits, killed by the Winchester rifle. To escape them, she built a mansion endlessly. Stairs that lead to ceilings, doors that open into walls, windows that look into other rooms, hallways that turn sharply into dead ends. The house was designed to confuse ghosts, but in the process, it created a labyrinth of energy. Visitors hear footsteps behind locked doors, knocking from inside the walls, piano notes playing themselves, and whispers echoing through the house at night. Many believe Sarah Winchester wasn't hiding from ghosts. She was talking to them. And some of them stayed. And these 10 locations remind us that America is not just a country. It's a giant, haunted map of forgotten towns, cursed lands, and places where history refuses to stay quiet. From drowned cities to infinite staircases, from whispered prison walls to ships that still echo with footsteps. Every location we visited has one thing in common. None of these stories are finished. And if you ever visit one of these haunted places, remember, you're not just walking through history. You're walking through the memories of those who never left. If you enjoyed this journey through the haunted states of America, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment which haunted place I should explore in full next. Until then, stay curious, stay brave, and never ignore the feeling that someone is standing right behind you.